Hey guys, it's Ty and welcome back to my channel. Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, you guys. It has been a long time. It's been like a week or two since I last uploaded. So good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, you guys. It is going on 9:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I believe today is Tuesday, April 26th. So the last time I posted was 9 days ago. So on April 16th, so almost 10 days ago, I guess. Yeah, so 10 days ago was the last time I uploaded. So welcome and welcome back, you guys. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I know it has been a week now going, and you guys haven't seen me in a while. So I just wanted to say thank you, and I'm gonna let some people join. I'm gonna start this video in like 2-3 minutes, but just good evening, good morning, good afternoon, you guys. I'm about to go on my Instagram and go live really quickly and just let everyone know I'm currently on YouTube. So if you're not already following me, make sure you guys are following me on my Instagram and my Twitter at Ty_guidance. I do plan on taking off the privacy and the selection as this year continues to grow. But make sure you guys are following me on Instagram and Twitter. And all of the information will be down in the description box below. So in 2 more minutes, I'm going to go ahead and start the video. And it says, we're telling your followers that you started a live video. Hang on. We're telling more followers to join your video. So I do apologize, the sound was off as I just recorded or started to record the video. I was putting on, my lip gloss. So I'm gonna put this like here, maybe. Here, I see this on my Instagram. If I put it like this, can you guys see? Okay, so I have my camera like right here where I'm on YouTube right now or being live, and then I have all I see is my head. You guys, I have a big head. All I see is my head on my Instagram because I'm on Instagram Live. But good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, you guys. It has been a while. So I have a timer set for this video, and I'm about to start in less than 30 seconds. So I think I'm going to give Instagram 1 more minute, and I'll give YouTube 1 more minute, and we'll go ahead and start. But I hope you guys have been enjoying this month of April. I hope you guys have been going with the flow. I hope you guys have been just practicing daily, living your best life, and being at peace, because that's the goal, you guys. Like, so much has happened to me this month, this year. It's only been 3.5 months, going on 4. And I feel like every day is a new day for me. That's the attitude that I try to have. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So, Instagram. I think I'm gonna leave this up. My head looks so big. My head looks so big, you guys. I'm about to do this. Okay, so Instagram, make sure you guys are following me on YouTube, and YouTube, make sure you guys are following me on Instagram. Instagram, I'm hitting this live. And now I'm gonna share it. Okay. So then, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, you guys. I have a lot to talk about, and I'm gonna put my timer on because I do have some evening errands that I do need to run shortly. Shortly, of course. So, must watch video. Why is this going to be a must watch video? So, first things first, for anybody stopping by, I just want to start off by saying that what has helped me along my journey when it comes to healing was one, being myself, and two, allowing myself to be the best that I can by doing the best that I can, by knowing what I knew. And that me starting this channel, me being on here, me just showing up every day or when I did was one, a choice. And because I had the choice to do so, understanding that when you make choices and you have the power to make a choice, how it affects you, whether it's negative, positive, how it makes you feel, so how you interpret it, how you process, and most importantly, when you make decisions and you have the authority to make the decisions, your reasoning. So, really quickly, I'm just going to make the thumbnail. And I just want you guys to know that a lot has happened in my life within the last, I guess, 3 to 5 years that I was not like emotionally in tune with. And something that I had to realize now in the year of 2022, now being 25, is that it is absolutely okay to not mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, or financially be where you need to be. And me turning 25, something that I had to realize and what I want to suggest and advise to you all is that every single day of your life is going to matter, and what you do throughout your day also too matters. And something that I've had to realize, in order for your dreams or your imagination to become into the physical, to be something material for you to actually experience, one, you have to actually believe in it. Two, you actually have to apply yourself. And three, you have to know. So, like, for today's video, what I want to say in this video and what I'm going to be doing for the rest of this year is starting fresh. I don't want to say over, because something that I had to realize about life, you guys, me being 25, I have an older soul, okay? But like me being 25 years old is just a number, to be very honest with you. And something that I had to realize was not allowing numbers, limits, attachments, people, places, and things that were not me to affect how I lived the reality that I want for myself. So, for example, like anything that you think could be true or false. Anything that you want for yourself could be true or false. When it comes to you living your life, when it comes to you healing, when it comes to you actually executing what you think is true or false, one, it takes you as well as much as whatever you feel as though you want your outcome to be. So when it comes to life, how I like to make my life and what I want to suggest and advise for the rest of this year is to not complicate your life. Make your life as simple, as de-stressful. I don't know if that's a word, but do not stress yourself out when you live your life. Something that I want to suggest and advise, and something that I've realized, is that worrying causes chaos. Like, I'm sitting here stressing, worried, anxiety, shaking physically, frustrating, crying, like can't even speak because I'm worried about stuff that's already happened to me that I cannot change other than emotionally accept, physically see how it affects my body, spiritually, where am I at with myself, and financially, is it hurting my pockets or do I need a pocket? Okay, so like when it comes to life, you want to take each day for what it is and accepting that 25, 35, 45, it is never too late to live your life. Because one thing that I realized, the most valuable thing on this earth that a lot of people do not take um, advantage of or may not take to granted or for granted is just being grateful to just experience life. Something that I've had to realize, and I always tell you guys all the time, is not to have any expectation when it comes to anything that's like out of your control. So, like the calendar, such as people, places, and things, because as I'm living my life at 25 and I'm experiencing good and bad as I'm going through my past, my present, and my future, I have realized that the things that I used to know, the things that I used to want, the things that I used to feel no longer resonate with me. Like, it's I think April 26th, April 27th. It's 4 months, 5 months into the new physical year, you guys. Like, something that I want to suggest and advise as this year continues to go on and as I continue to, set my intentions for myself is accepting my life. Something I want to suggest and advise to you guys is to accept your life. Accepting your life and knowing that you're going to go through a lot of stages in your life because you're going to get to life and you're going to live your life like a movie. So, what I want to suggest and advise is to look at our lives through two lenses, either the first lens as a movie or as a video game. And the reason why I want you guys to look at life as a video game or as a movie is because those are the two ways that supernaturally the collective is currently existing right now. And something that I've had to realize is that everyone is not aligned supernaturally. Most of the collective, so for those of you guys know, I am an American citizen, and you guys know that America is ghetto. So because we live in the trenches out here, and America is kind of like the hood. There is no rules, there is no regulations, and everybody equally does not have the same privileges. So, because we live in the trenches, it's so much easier to control people and dictate how people live because they want us to be ratchet. But in America, because America is already America, you can't control something and try to dictate it. So, something that I had to realize last year and this year is that one, when I'm making these videos for you guys, I have to take my time giving out this information. Something that I had to realize when it comes to achieving your goals is that it's going to take your entire life. Like, if you guys know businesses like Coca Cola, Pepsi, YouTube, anything that has last for 5 to 10 years or still has lasted, or like your favorite musicians like Michael Jackson, Beyonce, Lil Wayne, these people all have one thing in common, including something that I've had to realize in my life that all of us as human beings can have in common when it comes to life, which is experience. Now, when it comes to your experiences, once again, because America is the hood and they corrupt us as soon as we're born, we don't know our rights and we don't know, that even though America is hood, there is a lot of options and a lot of, opportunities for us to get out of this poverty mindset. So for the rest of this year, you guys, because I'm staying on track for my notes, checking stuff off. I'm not making this video too long. One, I do have an announcement to make. I don't know if I'm making this video. If more people join in and out of the chat, I will make the announcement. If not, I may make it in my next video. But before I make the announcement, I just want you guys to know that, like, take some time to yourself. Like, you are not going to physically, one, ever die. Like, you're not. It's never going to happen. It's not going to happen. Okay. I want everyone to know, like, once you can accept that death is an illusion and that it is a state of consciousness and that Earth is over a billion and trillion years old, just like everything else, and that life, like I said, is either a movie or a video game, you will realize that there is nothing that you need to be afraid of. Two, when you accept death, because that's something that I feel like a lot of people spiritually, once they align themselves, they will realize that you could do whatever you want in life. That's the whole purpose of the imagination. So that's what I'm going to go back and talk to. So, like, I used to watch SpongeBob, you guys. And this is more like me being personal. Like usually I just give you guys like certain information. I don't really explain like myself. If I do, I say stuff here and there, but I do have I wouldn't say a hidden agenda because I try to be very truthful, but it's like all I could say is that I move by spirit. So because I'm being moved by spirit, I have to do things in a sense of obedience. And I like to tell people that hold me accountable. That's all I'm going to say. So when it comes to like living life and me just expressing myself right now, I'm being more vulnerable, being very more personal because once again, a lot of people don't even realize that life is a movie and it's a video game, and however you choose to live your life, you're the main character. So if you want to look at your life as a movie, you're the main character. You get to decide when and what you're going to say, how you're going to say it, and the people around. If you're playing a video game, if you're the main character, you get to decide who's the main character. And depending on what type of video game you're playing, because not all video games are the same. But the purpose of a game, majority of most games, is to like have some type of mission, either have a challenge, win, or there's a purpose. Like any and everything you do in life has purpose, including myself. And the more that I express myself, the more that I am accepting myself, because that's the goal in life, is to really accept yourself inside and out, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially, in all areas in life, the more you can actually be free with the universe, align yourself, and realize that death is not real and it's not something to be afraid of. So, for the rest of this year, I think I'm posted in this video because it's a couple people in this chat. I just want to start off by saying that I will no longer be posting on this channel anymore for specific reasons. I think I'm gonna make a second video. So that's all I'm going to say. In the second video, I'm going to tell you guys why, but this is not going to be my last video. I'm going to have a couple more videos, and then in the next video, if more people come in, I will tell you guys. But if not, I just gave you guys a hint. I will not be posting on this channel for specific reasons. Now I'm going to follow my list, and then I'm going to end this video. Why, you might ask? I will give you guys a hint. Something that I realized what has helped me along my journey is that when it comes to living your life and when it comes to you making a plan, nothing is going to be like set in stone unless your plan is realistic. So, for example, if let's just say my birthday was coming up and I wanted to throw a party. Now, I have an idea that I want to throw a party, the physical party, like the dates and when and where, all that stuff has not happened yet. It is that simple. When it comes to manifesting, when it comes to achieving your goals, you have to have the idea. That's why I tell you guys to be mindful of what you say, what you think, because it is true or false, however you choose to look at it. So I have the idea that I want to have a birthday party. Now, how do I make this happen if it was an idea? Okay. You get physical paper and pen, or you can get a planner, or you can get a physical person who is considered to be a professional as a party planner, and you meet with this person. And then now you write down, or you brainstorm, or you verbalize, or you vocalize what it is that you want for your birthday party. And then, so one, like I said, you have the idea. Two, you um, express it or you write it down. Three, you put in the steps and the actions to figure out what it is that you've written down or that you set up. Now, of course, for example, so let's say specifically now, I want to plan my party for April 30th, which is a Saturday. I want it to be at 5 o'clock and I want it to be at Chuck E. Cheese. Now we're being specific. These are all thoughts. These are all real locations. These are all times. These are all things that I have control over. When it comes to actually doing what it is that you want, you have to figure out what you have control over and what you don't. Like a lot of people, I feel like one think that they're probably wasting their time because they're not sure on what it is, what they want, and how to get it. Like something that I've had to realize, and I've been taking a lot of time to myself to figure out specifically how can I make my life simpler? How can I make it less complicated for me to get exactly where I need to be on a specific time, if I'm putting out a certain energy so I can actually align myself, so I can see myself moving, is knowing like, but you have to realize that it is going to take time. Like if you don't really like plan and really take time to figure out like, okay, A through Z or like 1 through 10, like, and being specific, because anything that anybody wants, anybody can get. Like the reason why anybody can have anything, and this is why I was saying, like growing up, I used to watch SpongeBob, you guys, all the time. Of course, when I watched SpongeBob, I was young, and like I said, I've always been an older soul child, so like I knew that SpongeBob and Patrick were happy, HAPLGBT, happy, happy. If you know, you know, and I know that Eugene Krabs, all he cared about was money. But SpongeBob used to go like imagination all the time, you guys. And it didn't click until like the other day. I was using natural resources and I was like, wow, like it is that simple. Like they put this stuff in our television. Like SpongeBob has been telling us this entire time to have imagination. And that's the same thing when it comes to life. Like the word imagination, and it will be a rainbow. That's the same reality when it comes to life. Like you have to have an imagination in order for you to achieve something. You have to be able to feel what it is that you necessarily want for yourself. So something that I've had to realize in order for me this year and next year and the rest of my years as I'm physically here right now is that I need to imagine. And don't allow yourself to be afraid to imagine or visualize or to dream, because everybody else in the world is doing exactly what you want to do. There is nothing on this earth that you cannot do. And the only way you're not going to feel like you can do it is if you don't have the emotional support, the financial support, mentally, verbally, intuitively, or supernaturally, you're not aligned. But guess what? All of those things can be adjusted. All of those things can be tapped in, all those things. But one, you have to ask yourself, and this is something too I had to realize, it's not that I didn't want to be monetized. It's not that I did not want to become this person. Is am I ready? Because here's another thing too, you guys. When it comes to healing, when it comes to actually doing what you say you do, and you when you put yourself in a position, are you prepared? Is the real question. Like, I have to prepare myself. I've been saying this for a year now, but like physically, it's starting to align. Like, materially, the things that I've been working for, it's starting to come in line because I had the imagination, so I had the thought, I'm a believer. Okay, I am an organizer. I wrote it down. And now something that I've realized, which was the actual, for me, at least the biggest to solve my problem, is putting in the effort. Like, it's not to say that I would think that, oh yeah, I just want $1 million house and I just want a Lamborghini and think they were just gonna fall out the sky. It was just like, can I do it? You know what I'm saying? And something that I had to realize is that because America, like I said, is a hood and it's ghetto, and immediately we're lost. Like getting out this hood mentality, you guys. We need to get out the hood of America, okay? And I'm not talking about like Newport News hood or the Bronx or like Washington D.C. or not like that, because everywhere is ghetto. People don't even realize the word ghetto is just a group of minorities, okay? Ghetto started in New York City a long time ago, okay? So when it comes to America, when it comes to life, take away the attachments, take away the titles, take away anything that you've been programmed that feels like that is not true. So when you ask yourself what is true, take some time to yourself. Like, it's okay to not be at work. It is okay to not have $15 trillion. It is okay to be overweight. It is okay to be skinny. It is okay to have a skin infection. Like, it is okay for you to not be okay, you guys. Like, something that I've had to realize too amongst my years is that I'm healing. And when it comes to healing, you have to heal. Like if you really want to like better yourself, if you really want to like become the person that you feel like you're meant to be, you have to actually apply yourself. Like you really have to be like, you know what, self, do I want this? Am I willing to sit here and put time and energy to myself? How do I feel? Like, how do you feel? People, something that I've had to realize within my 20s is that even though people may not understand necessarily what to do. People know how they feel. And something I've had to realize is that everyone's, survival skills aren't as intuitive as mine. And because everyone doesn't have the same set of survival skills in life, people only know what they know. So, like, don't have no expectations. Like, that is something that I've realized. Like, turning 25, I realized don't have no expectations in life. Like, and when I say no, like, don't even expect it. If it says that it's gonna be 60 degrees outside, it's not to say that I don't want you to trust the weather, but just know that at any moment, at any time, anything and everything is always going to happen. And like the best thing that you can do when it comes to living life, honestly, something I've had to realize is letting go. Like, I don't own this iPhone. Like, physically, my name is in the phone. Like, financially, I paid the bill and stuff. But like, I don't own this phone. Like, I don't own this man. Like, nothing in life is yours. Like, once you realize that nobody is yours, nothing is yours, the less attached you are, that's how you learn to flow. That's how you're going to learn how to flow. That's how you become supernaturally abundantly. And that's when the light switch, when it comes to being in the 3D and the 5D, it will flash. And something that I had to realize too, you guys, I don't like I said, I know certain things that I'm learning how to say it because there are certain people that I've been networking with. I've been doing a lot of things behind the scenes. I've been networking with a lot of people in my soul tribe. There's this one girl that I met, and she had a really good point. And I forgot her name, but I'm gonna put her information. Like I said, I'm gonna be making another video about what I'm gonna be doing for the month of May and June because I'm switching up. But one thing she said though, for those of you who are in tune with your faith, because I'm not here to force you guys to have a relationship with the divine or, but in order to be for those of you who say you love God or you know the divine, you already know that if you're gonna be with divine, you gonna love God. Guess you're gonna have to deal. You're gonna have to meet with the devil. Like something that I had to realize is that me and this man, okay, because this energy, there's a lot of things in the supernatural world. A lot of people see it. Me and the enemy. That's why I like to call him personally. You're gonna have to see the enemy too. That's another thing. You're gonna have to all them demons, all them voices, all that stuff. That has to be confronted. Like something I had to realize in order for me to really elevate how I'm about to elevate and be catapulted, okay, to actually move forward is that everything that you thought you have to learn to let go. Like you're gonna have multiple stages in life because, like I said, you don't die in life. Like once you accept that you're not gonna die, that the world is a movie or a video game, and you learn to just live literally every single day like you've been doing for however long you've been alive for, but they told you the year is 2022, you will start to realize that Lauren Hill, she was right. Nothing in life, nothing in life matters at all. I feel like the best thing that has helped me like heal too is accepting my past because it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. After this video does not exist, but it's gonna be recorded. And something that I've had to realize is that in order to leave a legacy, because that's the only goal I've ever had in life. I never wanted to be like a celebrity. I knew that I wanted to be in the public eye, but not how like a lot of people are seen, like, like not like that. More like I am me, and because I am me, like the energy type follows. I had to realize that in order to leave a legacy like Michael Jackson, somebody I love dearly, you have to put in the work. And that's something that's going to last forever. Like my videos and something I had to realize, like my purpose is bigger than me. Like it's not about YouTube. It's not about the money. It's not about the $1 million. Like I wanted that stuff so badly, you guys. And this is the reason why I've been making this video. This is the reason why I've been taking some time to myself, like really getting myself back to who I'm meant to be. Because from being a child, from being a teenager, from being a young lady, from going through the trials and tribulations that I put myself through, I am now at that point in my life where I'm about to cross the bridge. It is time for me to cross the bridge. Like, when you go through so much stuff in your life, like, for those of you who are supernatural, like I said, me, I'm not gonna lie, you guys. As a child, I kind of knew, and like my grandma, like my culture, like I knew, okay, like, about the powers and the stuff, if you know, you know, you know. Okay, because for those of y'all who know, like TikTok, I'm not gonna lie. I use TikTok for that because like there are a lot more people, who are really like in tune. Like shout out to people who are Creole, shout out to people who live in New Orleans, shout out to people who are Haitian. Y'all really be okay. Like I don't know how to do this stuff, but I definitely I read, okay, like the tarot and stuff like that. I definitely can interpret. I don't do it because I'm scared, but okay. I had to realize like in order for me to get to this point, like that ego, the flesh, to be honest, you guys, the best thing I did was like let go of the ego. Like I used to want Chanel bags. Like when I said I turned 25, I was gonna buy myself a Chanel bag. I wanted this. I do not care about none of that stuff. Like, yes, I'm in the process of moving. Yes, I still want the apartment and the car that I want because I'm working for it and I deserve it. But like when I buy it now, it's literally just a car and just an apartment and just a bag to me. And I feel like for me, that has really humbled me. And this is why I tell you guys all the time, like what you think you want until you get it, if you're not really like comfortable, and I feel like that's why a lot of people who are established say money does not buy happiness. Like I'm not gonna lie, like someone in the poverty and as a joking mentality, I used to be like, who can't money buy no happiness? Like, give me $100. I bet you I will be happy. But I've had to like really like logically, supernaturally realize that I definitely am starting to understand that the money is not going to buy your happiness. The money can give you satisfaction and or it could satisfy you, but being satisfied doesn't mean that you're happy. Satisfaction, I think that's a word, is like being content. Like happiness could be anything. Like, and that's another thing I've had to like switch up. Like last year, I was reading the words from the dictionary for you guys to break down so you guys could, internalize. And some of you guys, not all, not a lot of my followers, but some of you guys, because I think it's just people are another thing too. People are only factuated and people can only retain a certain amount of information that is exposed to them if they allow themselves to, you know, learn past that information. So, like, if somebody is telling you something and you refuse to learn, immediately you're going to shut it out. Or if somebody's telling you something and you don't understand, you just lack a level of comprehension. And, like, most people who don't take the time to challenge past information or realize that there's a lack of confusion just take the information and they run with it. And something that I've had to realize for me is not just taking information and running with it, but like really sitting with it and like realizing where I am right now, what I'm going through, like how I'm feeling, every up, every down, because that's all life is. Like they will say, Steve Harvey said, with new levels, you get like new devils. Life does not end. Life is not going to end. So, what I want to suggest and advise, and just letting people know, is that if you really want to align yourself, you have to really like look at life at a bigger picture. And the easiest way that I'm going to be making my best to like give this information, because something I had to realize about myself is me. Like how I talk, what I've been through, and how I talk to other people. Like I used to be very like outgoing. I've had like a lot of traumatic situations happen to me within I would say like 18 to 20 years old, like within 18 to 20 years old, I had a lot of situations. I should not be here. And the only reason why I'm here right now is because of God or the divine. Like, okay. And for me, within that time, not knowing who I was and like being alive to express myself now, like every single moment in our life matters. Every single day matters. Everything that you go through, like, it's like it's like a map. And like for those of you who know, like life is a movie, life is a video game. Like that's the best way to like look at life is to figure out, okay, where are you in this video? Like a video game or a movie. The reason why I'm saying a video game in the movie is because You guys, this is ghetto. Hold on real quick. My little brother's calling me. Hold on, you guys. I'm so sorry. Hello? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, bye. Okay, y'all. This is my little brother. Shout out to him, Jeffrey. If you're, oh, I just said it's okay. My little brother's name is Jeffrey, but that's all I'm gonna say. If you're watching this, okay. But anyways, you guys, I just got so like sidetracked because I just lost my focus. I forgot what I was about to say. I'm gonna go ahead and in 4 minutes I'm in this video because I am where I need to be. That's hopefully this is making sense, you guys. Like I've been so traumatized. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Like I've been so traumatized. I am now finally mentally and emotionally at a point in my life that when I speak, of course I think before I speak. I don't want people just to think I don't, like think before I speak. I'm not one of those type of people. But like if people really sat here and paid attention to how I talk, you would realize one, I've been through a lot because I'm gonna say the average person, and I'm not saying this to be offended by myself because I love myself, but like the average person when they communicate like effectively, two, when they communicate, they can complete their sentence from like what the topic was and where it ended. Like if you ask me a question, something I realized is that I will answer your question and then I'll say something else. And it's just like some people don't, like I'm learning about myself. I'm learning to heal because, like I said, from 18 to 20, like the enemy, because that's somebody that you're going to have to face. Because I don't like to force that on there, but you're going to have to dance with the devil before you become best friends with God. I'm going to let you know right now, you're going to have to go to hell. Like, and for those of you who don't think, hell, just like heaven, is it's a state of consciousness and it is real. So it's the little events in your life that happen to you. Like you're going to be tested. And that's something I've had to realize. Like Miss Lindaria, Pastor Lindaria, for those of you who are, you know, who believe, because it's not my job to tell people. That's another thing too. Like as a messenger, for people who really know like what's going on, like we're not here to tell people what to do. Like we're not like, well, I can't speak for everybody, all the people in the spiritual, community, because some people like that's the purpose of discernment, you guys. Like I tell you guys all the time, like use your discernment. Like you should be able to feel someone's energy. Like when I speak, like I said, you realize I'm traumatic because how I go from 30 miles an hour to saying one thing to another topic, like that's trauma. Most people, when, like I said, you ask them a question, they answer it. So if someone says, "What's your name?" My name is Ty. Me, oh, my name is Ty, but you can call me, you feel me? But a lot of people, something that I've had to realize about myself, a lot of people don't know me. And that's okay because I know who I am. And like, Donnie Sosa one time, he was in a chat, he's one of my followers. I had said something and like he was the first person to like point it out. And I'm gonna point it out because it's not that I'm a secretive person, it's just the fact that when you know who you are and when you know who you serve, it's certain things that you can and cannot do. Like when you say you're a messenger, like me or like Miss Landaria, people who are really in position, who are really about to be moving in the next couple of years and actually making stuff happen. You like I said, it's a level of obedience. It's not the fact that I'm lying or I try to be something I'm not. It's like no, like that's like anybody who has discipline or know what you have to be obedient. Like you can't just do certain things. Like that's how you move. Like, and for those of you who believe in God, you know that in order for you to be aligned and moving with God, you have to be in position. Like last year, physically, I was in position. Emotionally, spiritually, and financially, I'm in position right now to still align myself. But I also got distracted. I also got detoured. And like when it comes to life, that's the reason why I'm making this video to circle back. Like I said, this whole video is all over the place, you guys. I do have my notes, but like I'm trying to make it more like me. But like I have a lot of like emotional healing. Emotional, like I would say emotional, like financially, not the richest, not the brokest, but a little something. Intuitively, my I'm not gonna lie, my discernment, ooh, a gift. Thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, because you can't play with me, play with your kids, okay? But like I said, it's just emotionally, that's where I'm at. I'm just trying to heal myself. And like, in order for me to do that, I have to express myself. Like, people think me just talking a lot is for a reason. Like, yeah, I do know a lot of information. Yeah, I am always by myself all the time. I don't Yes, I do choose to be, but sometimes I don't want to be, but it is what it is until, I can align myself and people do what they need to do. You can't have certain relationships happen. Like, do not force nothing, you guys. Do not have any expectations when it comes to life. Take your time and realize that you cannot die in life. You're like, what do you mean you can't die? Nobody has ever died in life. If you don't believe me, go outside and listen to the wind. Or if you don't believe me, you guys, if you want to do a magic trick, a simple magic trick, go outside and ask the clouds or the wind to say something to you. They are going to say something back. And I'm not talking about like a person, because it is so simple. If people were to really like take 2 seconds to think outside of the programming, because the program, I'm not gonna lie, it takes so much to install fear and to strip people away than it does for people to be little children and realize that this world is nothing but a movie in a video game. Or like Alice in Wonderland, like the whole movie Alice in Wonderland, that's what life is. Like, I'm Alice or you're Alice, and this is a wonderland, and you can eat ice cream, you can eat cotton candy, there are rainbows. Um, Literally, you guys, like it's just really crazy. Like, I'm just really grateful. And most importantly, I'm gonna end off this video by saying thank every single person who's done you wrong. I want you guys to thank every single person who's crossed you, because they did not cross you. You know what they did? They helped you. Like, something that I've had to realize is something that I've learned from this male. Because shout out to men. I love men, you guys. That's a different topic. But this one male that I had a conversation with made me realize that everything in life has good and bad. And a lot of people in life look at life in the bad. Like, learn to look at life as good and bad, even the good things. Because when you learn to look at both, you will realize, like, with good situations there is bad, and with bad situations there's good. Like, it is really about shifting your reality. And like, I'm grateful for every person in my life who people like said have crossed me. Like, this is how I know I'm mature. I said when I turned 25 that physically I wanted to be like on my grown woman vibes, but it's like it's really hitting me, because it's like those people that people say are enemies or haters, you need those people in your life, and it's mutual. Like, the people, like the guys, the boys that I used to associate myself with, ooh, child, ghetto. But I thanked them. And of course, literally, they always thank me too. But all jokes aside, like, if you really care about yourself, you will realize who you were and how you've helped them. They've all helped me become the greatest woman. So therefore, when my husband marries me, you guys, oh, I'ma be married. I'ma be a wife. I'ma be happy. I'ma be the best wife, because all of my little boyfriends before my husband, I had to date. I had to learn. I had to heal. All my friends that I used to be friends with, that I'm no longer friends with, I had to be around conniving people. I had to be people who are loving. I had to be around people, who like, you gotta be thankful. Like, oh my gosh, you guys, even though during the moments of when we go through things, I'm not gonna lie, like, it is extremely challenging. You think that the world is gonna end. Trust me, how do I know? Because I thought the world was gonna end. It's not gonna end. Like, something that I've had to realize is that one, regardless of how anyone feels, life is always gonna forever go on. And, like, we hear stuff something I wanna say because like, I'm just very emotional right now, but, like, we hear stuff and it doesn't, sometimes we just hear stuff. That's what I meant to say. Like, it's a difference between listening and hearing. Like, a lot of people hear because, if you're able to project sound and, vibrate from a certain frequency and you have sound waves in your ear and you have ears, you're gonna be able to physically hear the sound from the frequency because that's all we are is energy. But like listening is not only hearing, but understanding what is being said to you, like what is being processed to you. And the more you listen and not hear, the more you will realize like how situations are affecting you, who is there for you, and who's not. But like, I just really want to say that I'm happy. I can honestly say that I feel happy emotionally. Yes, I've gone through a lot of trauma that I have not talked about. I've talked about, like I said, civil stuff because a lot of people, including myself, have gone through way worse in life. And the number one reason, or I had two reasons, I'm gonna be real with you guys when I first started. Like when I was 20 years old, like I said, when I had the most the most traumatic stuff happened to me in the year 2017. And like I just was so depressed. Okay. I remember like I was just so depressed and I just wanted to be like a millionaire. Like I used to cry because I was broke. Like when I got fired from my job, of course I had money saved up and stuff, but like when my bank account got to like $0 or like $5, like yeah, I'm 20 years old. I've been working since I was 17 years old. Financially, I take care of myself. I used to cry. And I had to realize like now, even though I thought I was the end of the world at 20 years old, me being 25, even though I made certain decisions in my life, I am extremely grateful for every single thing that I've gone through. And the reason why I'm learning to be grateful is because when it comes to life, you have to accept it. If you don't accept it, it is going to be hard. Now, how you choose to live a better life and make certain decisions is you learn from the things that you go through. So therefore, you don't have to put yourself in certain situations to worry about, what has happened to you. And the more you could, you know, reflect, the more you will realize that you're not going to put yourself through certain things. Like me personally, you guys, me being in um, this last relationship or relationships, I'll say relationships less because I used to be a coach, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna say I'm a hoe or for the streets, but I definitely was a coach. I did have players, okay? I wasn't a player. I mean, I could have been. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely did have players back in the day. Used to be the head coach, okay? And I have to thank my players. I have to thank my team. I have to thank my roster. I have to thank those past, like I said, boys, because if it wasn't for them not knowing who they were and me allowing them to make me feel bad about knowing who I was, I would have never learned to realize that I've always been, will be, and will continue to be that girl. And that I never needed a man or will allow a man, because no real man is going to sit here and not realize that I am that girl, aka his wife. A man who finds a woman finds his wife. I don't know what it says. You guys don't quote me, don't quote me, don't quote me. My bad. I don't know what it says, but I'm gonna just let y'all know this. You don't have to force connections or relationships with people that already like you. And in order to know if someone really likes you, You don't have to question it. Like, you don't have to question if someone likes you. You don't have to question if someone wants to get to know you. You just know because when someone likes you, when someone cares about you, when someone knows you, they're going to respect it. If somebody doesn't know your worth, it doesn't mean that you're not valuable. So, you guys, I'm about to go run my run little errands. I think I'm gonna do 3 series. If you guys want me to do 3 series, comment let me know. Let me know. If not, this is part one because I'm just so emotional, you guys. Like I have been using recreational substances, not emotional in a negative way, but emotional to where I'm free. It's not bad, but it's like this is really happening. Like, I can't believe this. I'm really about to live the life that I want, but I have to like prepare myself for like it's not a joke. It's okay. So you guys, yeah, I'm about to come back in like 15, 20 minutes. If you guys join me, let me know. If not, make sure you guys are following me on my Instagram and Twitter. Okay. Yeah, Instagram and Twitter at Ty_guidance to stay up to date. I will be right back. If not, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Live your life. Stay tuned for further videos. And I love you guys. And do not give up on yourself.